But I'm just going to jump one more year, and we're in the middle of '88, and we're in the city of Indianapolis. This is a weekend of the Indianapolis race, and I knew that so well because we couldn't get a hotel room, and we ended up sleeping on the bus, which was cold, was no problem. But we're that night standing in the dressing room in a bit of debate. We're playing the Market Square Arena in Indianapolis. The band is all decked out from top to toe in full 80s gear. And a few times it had happened, I turn around and look in the mirror and go, it just doesn't get any better than this. It happened. I admit it, it happened. But we're a bit concerned. We're a bit concerned if we dare, if we have the balls to play this next song, because about 50 to 100 yards, I don't exact the measurement, but about that distance, a 25,000 liquored up AC/DC fans waiting for the Pretty Boys of Glam. We're just a bit concerned. We're only just 2 days prior to that finished 3 months with the great Aerosmith, but that was a bit more tame and decent crowd. Nobody threw anything and received wide line quite well. But we now know that we're on the highway to hell wearing black, going down with TNT and the Jack and all that kind of stuff. And we know we're with the greatest guitar riff band of all times. And it is not just any band, it is the great AC/DC. We're standing there is that. And then from the corner of the dressing room comes the voice of our manager. A man as close to the Tony Soprano as you can get. Always paid the band in cash in a brown paper bag. Always had us sign the contract right as we walked onto the airplane and had no chance to call a lawyer. Always carried a piece, and now he's sitting in the corner, stuffing his face with a meatball hero. Go, hey guys, let's not forget that this song is the #1 song in the country. And when a person like that says it in that way, you can't just go around, what do you know? You says, of course we're doing that. And we go out on stage, and the show goes down really well, and we're looking at each other and says, yes, yes. And so we finally get to play the song, which I'm going to play a little different. But anyway, and as Vito starts playing the song, I look out over the audience, and 25,000 big lighters lights up, an ocean of flame. I go, holy cow. We got 25,000 smokers out there tonight. Of course, that wasn't exactly true, but that's how we thought. Because we all know that in the 80s, one of the tools you always had in your back pocket when you went to a concert was a big lighter. There were a few other tools, but they're not part of the song. And it just describes the 80s absolutely perfect. And the great Ozzy Osbourne captured that moment when he recorded the live album and the Mr. Crowley organ starts and you hear Ozzy goes, let me see your cigarette lighters. Nobody could write a better line than that. It's cemented rock and roll right now. And right there. Unbelievable. Today, you might have a person in the back opening up his iPhone and flip on that Sibo application with a little flame going like that. Doesn't have the same effect. There's no danger that you burn the guy's hair in the front. Too much Aquanet could be dangerous. It's all changed. So safe now. Now we bring Bud Light. But that was a great moment. And it just doesn't end there. It doesn't end there because we're sky high above that as we walk off the stage, down the stairs, and back down that 50 to 100 feet, yards, or whatever of hallway. And I tell you, and I know you're gonna follow me on this. The feeling we're getting right there is kind of like that Bon Jovi video where they come down in slow motion, like, and it's like, you know, John is in the front, it's like, there's a big security guy in the back, and it's like everything looks damn good in slow motion, like, That's what it feels like. We're coming like, we're so high, man. And just as we almost get to our dressing room, the second singer of AC/DC, and I know you know what I'm talking about when I say that, Brian Johnson steps out in front of us, and I'm thinking to myself, looking at Vito, says, it's going down now. He's going to tell us now, after the show, you and the boys are partying with Angus and I, we're going down for some Jack and Coke and all that cool stuff. Of course, later on knowing that the only thing they don't touch is that kind of stuff. But that's the impression we're on. We're standing with him. And then comes the bucket of cold water. Really nice to see girls in the audience on this tour. We're standing like this. He says this in a Newcastle accent, which is almost impossible to imitate or understand, but we understand. Really nice to see girls in the audience this time. And we're sitting in the dressing room after saying, is this an insult? And then our manager says, no, come on. And then we're standing on the side stage. And the first 5 rows in the front are showing the breast to Angus and stuff like that. That's what they're talking about. And after the show, we get to this, have you been playing for rednecks for the last 25 years? Is this what we're on? I says, yes, that's why we need a wide line to bring in 5,000 hot-looking chicks.